What's going on, Sumolings? Thank you so much for joining us for another product walkthrough webinar. I am Lindsay, and I am joined by the team over at Eventee. Eventee helps you create a mobile app that enhances the attendee experience through engaging features and an easy-to-use interface. It is available right now on AppSumo, starting at just $59 for a lifetime deal. Before we dive into the walkthrough, though, I want to tell you just a few quick things. If you've heard this before, welcome back to a webinar. The first thing is that you can, of course, tell us about your use case. You can also just say hi to us over in the chat room. If you have any questions, though, about the tool, you can go ahead and leave those questions in the Q&A box down below the video. We do have somebody from the Eventee team here to answer questions, but we will also be circling back to those questions at the end of the walkthrough. And then the third thing is that there will be a replay of this. So if you need to step out, you totally can. Hello. Yeah, if you want to watch this again, you can watch this again too. All right. Oop, that's my dog. All right. The replay will be available. Usually it's available a couple hours after this broadcast. And then, yes, Stephen, you should receive a link in your email to that you use to RSVP. All right. That is it for me. Hey, Roman, how are you doing?
Hi, thank you for the awesome introduction.
I'm excited to have you here. I'm sure everybody is looking forward to this. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this off to you.
Thank you. Thank you for the invitation, and let's jump right into it. So hello, everyone. My name is Roman, and what you see currently on my desktop is my administration interface. On the right side, this is web administration of Eventee. On the left side, that's mirroring of my phone. So that's our mobile application. Eventee is built all around the schedule and the agenda for attendees, and it's developed as a mobile application first. So all the other features are built around this aspect. On the right side in the administration, this is probably the second screen you will see after you sign up with Eventee. First is a wizard, which asks you just a few questions about your event, like name and the address of the venue. And this is basically the second thing you will see with Eventee. Creating schedule with Eventee is super easy. It's basically the same as using calendar in your computer. All you have to do is just move your mouse around, choose the free spot, click, and here you have to type name of your session. You can choose from 3 different kinds of the session. It may be a lecture. Then you can choose a workshop. Workshop is basically it has all the same aspects as the lecture. The only difference is that here you can set a total amount of attendees which may join for this session. The last one is a break. This is just a break. For example, if this is in-person event, real-life event, you can manage when and where is your, for example, coffee break, lunch, and so on. Then you can create a speaker here, or you can choose from pre-created speakers. Then set a description to your session. In case this is your virtual or hybrid event, you can place a URL to your stream here. This URL may be, or we do support natively YouTube, Vimeo, and Twitch. Then if this is, for example, smaller event happening on Zoom or Google Meet and so on, like this one, you can place URL to a virtual meeting tool. We do support like 10 of them. We are able to recognize and implement them into the mobile application. Then there is advanced option. And here, the last item is ability to basically upload files to each session. It may be any kind of file like spreadsheet, presentation, PDF catalog, and so on. The only limitation is approximately 25 megabytes per file. Otherwise, there is no limitation in the total number of files you can upload per session. That's basically almost all I wanted to mention. Next thing, that's something we released recently this Monday. So it's not yet available or it's not visible for on our deal on AppSumo, but all of you can use tracks. That means that you can pre-create tracks, mark each session based on basically on kind of the session. In this demo case, we have leadership session, business, and so on. So you can mark every single session based on your keyword, and attendees eventually are able to filter down those sessions based of their interest. This feature and many future updates will be available to all AppSumo, to all Sumo links. And now let me show you on the left side how it looks on the mobile phone. As you can see, this is just mirroring our agenda from the administration. I can go to the detail of each session. Here I can see, let me open the first session. Here I can see my video, which was pre-recorded, so it's prepared here. You can see who is the speaker. We can see detail of the speaker, email, phone number, bio, and so on. You can see description. You can also rate the lecture after the lecture ends. We can play the video right here. I can place it full screen. We also can join other people on the Google Meet, because this session is happening also on the Google Meet like this. Then, as you can see, it looks a little bit different. I mean, some of the tiles are yellow. That means that those tiles, as attendee, I marked that those are my favorite. I'm planning my schedule based on the overall agenda. That means that at the bottom on the left side, you can see my agenda button. And here, those are all my sessions I would like to attend during the day. So even though some events, some conferences, they have multiple rooms, multiple tracks, I can still keep just my favorites program in my agenda view. Here I can see the same detail and so on. As you can see, one of the sessions on the right side is a workshop, and on my phone I can see that this is workshop. The occupancy is 10 seats and nobody is there currently, and I can book this session because I would like to attend this one. So that's basically all I wanted to show you about the agenda, how to build one and how to share one with attendees. Then there is additional tab. Here you can see all the speakers, their details, additional details. You can fill all this here. You can upload picture to each speaker, fill from which company he is, and so on and so on. Then here we have all the workshops. So you can manage your workshops here. You can see who is attending this workshop. You can cancel his booking or anyhow manage it. Then we do have some cool features we call engagement. And here, first feature is newsfeed, or we call it newsfeed. This is how it looks like on the mobile phone. And newsfeed is super cool. This is probably the best way how to engage with your attendees. It works similar to Twitter from your side. And here basically you can set a title to your message, add some description. You can upload an image. It may be even a GIF file, so it may be animated. You can send the message with or without push notification based on your preferences. But if you would like to be prepared for the day of the event, you can even schedule the message, so you can prepare them before the event. Once you send the push notification, every single attendee, when you send a post with newsfeed, every single attendee will receive push notification. Once they click on it, our application is opened on the mobile phone. So this is best way how to promote your partner, sponsors, or anything which is what is happening during the event. Then we have integration with Twitter and Instagram. This works in the way that Twitter can mirror your account and hashtags. Usually our users are using hashtags with name of their event. For Instagram, it may be only a hashtag of your event. And on the mobile phone, it's basically presented as an additional tab in our news screen. So here you can see all the messages from the social networks. So your attendees can see what's currently trending on social networks, even though they are not users of Twitter, for example, or Instagram. Third one is live questions and live polling. We can go, let me show you. We can go to session of Sophia Cooper. This one is Director Sophia Cooper here. So in this case, every single attendee can ask a question. Let me show you how it works. I will just write hello. And this question is just waiting for approval. On the left side, that's what attendee can see. On the right side, that's what I can see as administrator. So the question needs to be approved if you have moderators. If you are afraid that somebody is able to ask something mean or inappropriate, you can also turn on automatic approval. That means that if you don't have the capacity of approving every single question, every single one of them can be automatically approved. Everything is basically happening in real time. If you have attendees who are afraid to ask or shy to ask a question, no worries, they can still upvote other questions, and we are sorting those questions based on number of upvotes, as you can see on the left side. You can also use our projector mode. That means that you can place this view on the projector, and every attendee in the room can see basically what's the current question or what are the most frequent questions. If you are a moderator and you want to answer a question which is not the top one, for example, you can top it up by hitting this button. So every single attendee can always see which question is currently answered. Then next to live questions, we have live polling. You can create a new poll and have it prepared for the day. I prepared one poll. I can start it and it immediately appears on my phone. Also in the projector mode, this works the same way. I can just choose my answer. My favorite social network is Twitter. Let's send a vote. And 2 people voted, and it's still 100% people voted for Twitter. You can pause the poll if you would like to have it on the projector or in the mobile application, but nobody at this point can choose their answer. So that's basically everything related to engagement. Then you have user view. Here you can see all the users who are attending your event via Eventee application. You can invite new users. They will receive an email invitation to download the application or use the web version of Eventee. You can see all the details for each user, each attendee, administrator or moderator. You can invite other users as moderators or administrators. The difference is that administrator, they have access to everything. They can change the agenda, they can update information and so on. Moderator, he has access basically only to ability to manage live questions. They can use newsfeed, and that's basically it. We also do have a special interface on the mobile application for moderators. That means that you can do those things on the phone as well. You don't have to be using computer on site during your event. That means that those moderators can have just their iPads or phones and send a new post or manage polling and live questions from their phone during the event. Then we have other cool features. One of them is custom menu. That's how we call it. Custom menu is a way how you can create additional items to our menu tab on the phone. You can see that on the left side. Those three top things are related to user using the application. That's basically your attendee. They can see their information, change their account, and so on. And right beyond that, you can see items I just created for my event. It may be these four different kinds. First one is the plain text. It's a very simple text document. You can style the text and it's similar to Word document. Let's say we try to just keep it simple. The other one may be a link to any web URL. It may be web application if that application supports mobile view. Then it may be a map of the venue, which is uploaded as a picture. And the fourth one may be PDF catalog, because some of our customers are using this feature to present, for example, their partners and their PDF catalogs and so on. So in real life, you can see on the left side that here I have indoor map of our venue. That's one of them. The second one is a link to my SurveyMonkey survey, but it opens inside of Eventee application. And that's really cool, because for your attendees, it seems that this is part of the experience that are not taken outside of the application. So it seems that this is all done by you. Then this is the plain text document. This is, for example, hotel recommendation. You can use this as well to promote your sponsors and partners and so on. Then we have a ability to do a custom branding for your event. You can change icon of your event. You can change the banner, which is here. You can change colors of the application. This is currently available for a mobile application only, but in following months, it will be also available for the web version of Eventee. So we'll be able to change the colors and brand of our generated website for your event. Then another is option for the website. For each event, if you remember, I said that the whole event is built around the mobile application experience, but we try to offer our customers the web experience as well, especially due to current situation when in-person experience is not always possible. So we have this web version of Eventee built for you. It looks very similar to our administration, and the experience is almost the same as the mobile application. Here you can see the whole agenda. We can go to the detail. Here I can see the pre-recorded video from YouTube on the right side. I'm not sure if you can see everything. On the right side, here is the newsfeed with all the posts. And then I have the QA, that's live questions and live polling. And I always can ask a new question from the web version of Eventee too. At the bottom of the site, you can see description for this session. You can see ratings from all the attendees. And that's basically it. It's almost the same experience as the mobile application, but for desktop purpose. Here is the custom menu as well. This is, for example, the hotel recommendation. SurveyMonkey is open in additional tab because it's web browser, it's web experience, so it's better in this way. And what we are trying to do here is that we are creating new modules. Recently, we add this custom menu module. Other ones will come in the future. And you as event manager, you can rearrange those modules. So for example, if the schedule is the most important for you, you can place it at the top and so on. You can also add additional information for your event. So this is like beyond the normal event information, which is placed on the mobile phone. Then in the settings, you can turn on and off every single feature I was talking about. You can slightly change design of the mobile application. So for example, if you have a lot of very short sessions, it may be not very easy to use or being navigated by attendees. So you can make it larger on the mobile application. Then you can turn on off the newsfeed, virtual event supports, and so on. You can also lock your event by pin code, or you can create an allow list. Pin code means that only users with knowledge of the pin code can access your event. That applies for mobile phone and the web version as well. The allow list is much more strict. This one basically is only for those who are listed in the user menu. So if you upload a spreadsheet with all the users, we allow access only to those people who are in the list. We do allow you, if you would like to have your event as open as possible, we do allow you to have access by anonymous users. But if you don't want to have this, you can restrict anonymous users access to your event. If your event is private, for example, if this is company event, is meant to be for colleagues and you would like to have your ratings hidden from others, you can hide the ratings so it will not be visible in the application. And then there is a custom branding option. We also do have some integrations. Currently, those integrations are with ticketing platform like Eventbrite and others. They worked in the way that you can connect Eventee with that platform, and we are automatically uploading those users who buy a ticket to our list of users. We send them invitation to use Eventee during your event, and also if your event is in person and you have something like ticket checking, we download number of the ticket from Eventbrite and other platforms, and we try to show it to the user here. Currently, I do not have any ticket for this event, but eventually it's a part of the experience for the attendee. That means that they don't have to be looking throughout the email or be printing the ticket for event. They can easily find it in the Eventee mobile application. And yeah, that's almost everything. The last thing I would like to show you is our networking platform. Networking basically, sorry for the notifications. Let me maybe, yeah, it's turned off, weird. Our networking works in the way where we try to make as much out of your stay at the event as possible. Let me explain. Other tools, what they are doing is that they are showing you alphabetical list of all attendees at the event. What that means for me as attendee is that such a list looks almost anonymous for me. For example, there is 300 attendees. I can see the list and I have no connections to those people. That means that I need to go throughout the list, click on every single attendee, and that almost doesn't make any sense for me. Many of those people, they even didn't download the application. They are just part of the invitation list. So I can try to get in touch with them, but that's impossible because they don't have the application. So when we were developing the whole Eventee, we are always thinking like this. But when we were making this feature, we were thinking from our point of view as attendees, what we would like to have as experience during the event. You as attendee, you first need to turn networking on. That means that only people who are actually willing to meet somebody else will be part of the system. Next, you need to fill out your profile. That means that all you have to do, we try to download your profile picture and name from social networks like LinkedIn or Facebook, based on which network you use to sign up. Then you need to fill just what's your working position like. I'm developer, marketer, and so on, and at least one sentence of your bio profile. Once that's done, you can go through list like it's Tinder-like experience. You can check every single attendee and decide, hey, this person may be not interesting for me because I'm developer, and this one is for marketing, so let's pass. This one is iOS developer, let's give him a like. That's me again, sorry, this is testing account, but okay, let's give myself like. You have to go through this list, and once there is a match, you can see those people who gave like to you. So we try to narrow the list who are interested in meeting you, and as well you are interested in meeting them, to super low number you are actually able to achieve during the event. So if that event is, for example, only for one day, thanks to this experience, or how to describe that, we are able to narrow it down for, let's say, 30 people. And you can chat with them here. Hi, Matthew. You can see private information of this attendee. You were unable to see that before. So those were just the public information, like your profile picture, bio. But here I can see email of Mathieu, maybe his phone number, his social network links, and so on. I can invite Matthew to a meeting. If this event is in-person event, I can propose a meeting during exact day. Sorry. And here, as you can see, there are some exclamation marks. That means that during this time, I already have something booked. So it's probably some session, maybe workshop. So what we try to do in Eventee, we narrow the time slots down for you based on availability of both of you. So if Matthew has some session or something, I will be able to see it here too. So I can choose the correct time and invite him to the session, or invite him to meeting me. The other way, if, for example, you are using Eventee for hybrid events or virtual events, you can have a video chat right in the Eventee application. And you don't have to share any private information or phone number and so on. So this is basically our networking experience. Our users really love it because it makes a lot of sense for them, and this is something which will be available for the web version of Eventee this year too. So that's something what we are working on right now as I'm speaking. And last thing I would like to show is dashboard. Here you can see all the information about your event. You can see also analytics we prepared for you. You can see how many users are using the application, how many posts were sent, what was the impression. That means how attendees interact with the post. You can see which user were using which platforms, what's average rating for your event overall, and so on. Then what is super cool here is that we have something we call Session Insight. So here you can see all the ratings, all the comments related to this session, and you can even see number of attendees who place this session to their custom agenda. That means that if this event is an in-person event and there is a lot of people who would like to visit, for example, one keynote speaker, and your room is too small, you can do some changes in the last moment if possible, because you will be able to see here that a lot of people are planning to attend this session. And the last one is also analytic overview for the networking. In this testing account, we don't have enough information or enough testing data, but overall you can see how many users were joining networking, what was the total number of connections, and how many messages were sent during the event. So you can see how much it was engaging for attendees to be connected with each other. And that's basically almost everything. And the very super last thing I would like to share is the preview and magic link. Let me explain. We do support Magic Link, which is our marketing name, but eventually this is called in technical term a deep link. How it works is that you can share a QR code with your attendees or URL link. And when the attendee open the Magic Link via email on your website, or they can scan the QR code on the site on the in-person event, they have all information they need to access the application. So inside the link, there is hidden information about our application and your event. The link is able to recognize from which platform the attendee is trying to sign up. That means that if the link is open on iOS, App Store is presented. If on Google or Android phone, Google Play is presented. If on the desktop computer, our web application is shown. And this is how it works. Let me just show you real quick. You have to open your camera, scan the QR code, and it opens my pre-installed application, but it jumps right into the correct event. So the URL link memorized basically what was ID of your event, and all the users using this Magic Link are basically unable to see other things listed in Eventee application. So this is really cool, and this is probably the best way how to make as many of your attendees using Eventee during the event. And I promise this is everything I wanted to show you, and I'm ready for questions if there are any.
We do have questions. All right, Sumolings, you know the drill. If you have any more, you can go ahead and add them to the Q&A box now. I'm going to go ahead and start from the top. Jonathan wants to know, do you support screen readers in your app and other accessibility tools that work natively on iOS and Android?
To be honest, we are not 100% there yet, but it's one of our goals to have our applications accessible. If I understood you correctly, if you are talking about accessibility features, we did have some users using our application as blind attendees. So they gave us a really great feedback, and that's something we have on our roadmap to even improve. But so far, it should be doable.
Awesome, thank you. All right, Rosario wants to know, sorry about that animal. So can a lecture and workshop be offered simultaneously? Hang on. So can a lecture and workshop be offered simultaneously as talk streamed through YouTube and as meeting room for exchange among participants?
That's possible. Every single session may have, let me show you here. As you can see, every single session may have a URL for streaming and also for the meeting. So if there is something happening after the session, you can have both in the application.
Awesome. All right. Can you use the event schedule on mobile without the app?
Well, yes, you can open the web version of Eventee on the app, on the mobile. it won't be probably the best experience because we do believe that the native application is always the best user experience for end user, but it will work. We try to develop it as a mobile first, or how to describe it, like it's a responsive web, so it should work.
Awesome. I appreciate Sven in the chat laughing about, it said Zoom bingo, barking dog. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Can I set up custom events with branding for each one, or do the events I'm running for clients? Thanks for your responses.
Sorry, can you repeat that one?
Can I set up custom events with branding for each one, or do this for events that I'm running for clients?
You cannot resell Eventee in your name, but of course you can use Eventee for your clients if you are the manager. And yes, you can set up different branding for every single event. So each event has its own branding.
Awesome. If you're having an event that does not have speakers, like a fashion show, can you change the speaker to designer?
That's a good question. Not now, but we have multiple requests from our customers that they are using different positions than speakers. So that's something we will change in the future. I'm unable to tell you the exact day right now, but we will do that definitely.
All right. Augustus wants to know, is the PIN code the same for all attendees, or can they be different for each one?
Currently, PIN is related to the event, so not to attendee, to event.
When the event is finished, can you archive all details, like in a spreadsheet, all attendance, questions?
You can export most of them to the spreadsheet. Not all of them currently, but that's also something we will introduce in the future. So you can export a list of all attendees. You can export a list of all questions, but not everything currently. We will also support export of analytics and so on, but not now. It's on our roadmap, but currently it's not available.
Awesome. Can we translate the application into the French language?
Little secret information. The mobile version, it's already done. It will be published in very few days, maybe in Monday. That's one of the things Sumo Links were requesting a lot, like other languages. And I moved the word for them. So yeah, Portuguese, Brazil Portuguese, and French is on the way. Next one will be web version of Eventee and other languages. So French will come soon.
Insider secrets. I like it. Can we block or delete attendees?
Yes, you can. You can erase them basically. So if somebody got access to your event, you can erase them, and they will lose access to your event.
Awesome. All right. Can we add custom modules to the app in the form of an embed or iframe?
Not that way. No. You can use custom menu as I described it before. So if the whole experience is like part of the URL, but not embed code, it may be done. Like, for example, in my case, I showed you before the monkey survey or survey monkey. That may be done, but not the other way around.
Cool. Can the moderator users only have access to their particular panel discussion?
No, they have access to the whole event. We definitely plan to change this later with more advanced management features, but that's meant for some time next year, let's say. I'm unable to promise you any quarter or exact month.
How can we arrange meetings between sponsors/exhibitors with the attendees?
In this version, there is no role for sponsors or exhibitors, so they need to be using networking as attendee. But this is actually on our roadmap for later this year, that we will have exhibitor mode. And as exhibitor, you will be able to set up meeting with attendees right directly through your account. So this will be possible.
All right. Can people only use a social network to sign up, or can the attendees sign up using their email/name and maybe create a password?
They can use their email. They can create their account based on email and password. We use some single sign-on networks to make it easier for attendees. And currently it's Facebook, LinkedIn, and Apple single sign-on feature, which is basically required now for all apps. So
Cool.
beyond that, you can also create the account via email.
Awesome. Is Eventee dedicated for conference events only, or could this work for events like theater, music, concerts, shows, etc.?
It's not dedicated only. It's like we build the whole experience around the agenda, around the schedule. So any kind of event which is based on schedule, like for example, film festival, it will work really well with Eventee. The only exception may be, as you described before, that there is hard-coded string called speaker. So if, for example, in this case, it's not speaker, but designer or different kind of role, this is not possible now, but we received a lot of feedback from Sumo Links, and we will be changing that soon. So you will be able to change that.
Awesome. I'm going to answer a quick question. Yes, you will receive this whole webinar. You can watch this as many times as you want. It'll go to the email that you RSVP'd using, and it'll also be on YouTube indefinitely. All right. Does Eventee, or will it have some sort of API to allow it to be used within existing WordPress pages or similar platforms, or does it have to exist on its own?
We do have an API. Every single user can check it. We do have public documentation. So you can use our API to share the agenda, upload list of attendees, and so on. One of the next secrets is that we are working on Zapier integration. So that's something which will come soonish too. So you can use Zapier with your tools if that's possible.
Awesome. Is there a page or area for including sponsor logos and to have those logos linked to external web pages?
Not currently. You can use a custom menu for that. So it may be, for example, as I showed you this hotel recommendation, you can place all the sponsors here with links to their web pages. But this, as you described now, will be part of the exhibitors module we will be releasing later this year.
Awesome. All right. Boyd asks, well, one, Boyd is very impressed with the networking features within Eventee and wants to take advantage of that. So use question. I want to create a weekly event that recurs every Saturday, 52 events a year. Is this possible? Would it use the same URL, like a community meetup in my local community?
That's a really good question. The current experience is built around the exact date of the event. So that means that you can have like 1 to maybe 7 days long event. But recurring event every single day in the future is not currently supported by default. You can do that. If there is empty day, we will not be showing that day to attendee, but the user experience for the event manager won't be the best one. Mm-hmm. But also I'm afraid to promise anything in here, but a lot of Sumo Links were asking for such things. So we need to reevaluate our approach with this, because there are multiple different kinds of events with recurring date, or the agenda. So we will put our heads together and try to figure it out. I'm unable to promise you anything right now. It will work. It will be messy, but it will work. But we will eventually try to change the approach to make it easier for you.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Can you demonstrate the video integrations? How does a Zoom embed look versus live stream or YouTube?
The YouTube is basically embedded with the application or within the application, but the Zoom and others are unable to be integrated on the mobile application because there is no native code from those tools to which we would be able to use. So in this case, when you place the URL, other application is open eventually. So here we try to recognize the URL, show you the correct name on the button, but other application is open. So in this case, this is impossible to do internally, or how to describe that. We were even trying to use WebView for this, but this is impossible on the mobile application. It's not technologically possible.
All right. Can attendees see events from other organizers in your app? If yes, how does that look in the app?
They can, and this is how it looks. They need to basically go to the menu of all the events, and this is how it looks. In our case, the demo event is activating leadership. You can see the log here because it's logged by the PIN code. And this is how I get to the detail.
Awesome, thank you. Some of these questions we've already answered, I'm sorry.
No worries.
There's a lot in here. I wanna get through them all. Do we need another app for video / streaming, or is it included in the app? Can you just like clarify how they could do those things?
Oh yeah, on the left side, you can see that, as I mentioned at the beginning, YouTube, Vimeo, and the Twitch are embedded natively. We are using their frameworks. So when you just place the URL for those services, they appear natively in the phone. So I can just hit play button and it's working on my phone. I can play it as in the full screen. Oh, it's kind of messy on my computer, but you can get the picture. So yeah, those three services are embedded natively. You don't have to use any special code, just place the URL and it will work.
Awesome. This is a question about you, kind of. Where is Eventee based? How many are you in your team? And does your support team follow a schedule?
We are based in Europe, in Czech Republic. So it's Central European time zone. We are a team of 7. We'll be hiring other people soonish. And the last part was, please, can you repeat that?
Do you follow like a schedule, the support people, the support team?
Like we work during the working hours in our time zone, but it's slightly moved to the night hours because like 30% of our customers are from the United States. So we try to be as available as possible for them.
Thanks. I think this person was not in the US though, so you might be fine on that one. How can I download / export all statistics, polls, and Q&A results to a PDF or web page?
Those, as I said before, some of those are not possible, but with the questions, you can export them here in the detail of the session to the spreadsheet, so not PDF. You can also import or export list of attendees and other users. But for analytics, this is currently not possible, but it will be in the future.
All right. Would exhibitors have the ability to host video meetings with multiple users as once, like a mini roundtable gathering?
No, currently our technology we are using is working one-to-one, but that's something we are investigating, and maybe with exhibitors we'll be able to release that, but I don't want to be promising anything.
Are you able to demo the web version of Eventee on the mobile device?
Sure. Maybe I'm just thinking what will be the best approach.
Looks good. Thank you. How many presentation sessions can we run simultaneously?
That depends on amount of rooms. If you have multiple events with Eventee, you can run all of them at the same time. If one event has multiple sessions, just imagine it as real in-person event where you need to have separate room for separate sessions. So it depends on amount of sessions, but it's not limited to some exact number of sessions or events. That's based on basically your AppSumo deal. And I think that the one code is 10 events per year.
Cool. For now, for a recurring event, can we duplicate all of the setup for one event and then copy the schedule of the event over and over again?
That's one of the most requested feature, not available yet, but definitely this is on our roadmap. I can promise you this one.
Awesome. Yes, you can. No, sorry, we answered that one. Whoa, somebody just wants to know, what's the mobile simulator on the left of my screen that you're using? What are you doing? What's happening over there?
This is quite cool. Every single user of Mac computer can basically use that. It's all you have to do is just turn on your QuickTime player, which is on your computer by default. You have to, I'm not sure if you can see me, but you have to connect your iPhone via USB. And this is basically just mirroring my phone. So this is how it looks like on my phone. And you can see the same screen on the computer. The only downside here is that those colors are not that bright. I think that there is a lot of compression. So in real life, the application looks like 10 times better. But for the demo purpose, better than nothing.
Cool. Is Eventee's web browser version fully responsive?
Should be. If not, it will be fixed soonish.
Cool. How can somebody sorry. How can somebody get in touch with y'all's support team and reach out? I guess somebody had left momentarily and we had answered his questions.
I'm not sure what you can see on my screen because I see the navigation of the Zoom call, but everywhere on Eventee page, there is a chat box on the bottom right corner. So that's probably the best way. The second best way is just shoot us an email on support@eventee.co, and that's it. That's probably the best way.
Cool. Joel says that you can also mirror on Windows using your phone companion app from Microsoft. I love all you tech people.
Oh, nice.
Okay, clarification. How many sessions, not events, can be run simultaneously?
I think that I answered that before.
Yeah.
It may be almost unlimited. You can have multiple rooms per one event, and each room can have unlimited sessions. Let's say depends on the length of the session, but there is no limitation. So if you have like 100 rooms, it will be difficult for user to recognize which one is which one, but it will work. So you can have 50 simultaneous rooms with simultaneous session with different video stream. That's really up to you.
Awesome. Can we sell online tickets on our own e-commerce site and upload a list of attendees to grant them access to certain parts of the event?
Yes, you can do that. We do have API for that. We do have integration with some of existing ticketing platforms, and you can also upload list of people who bought the ticket on your platform manually. It's just here. You can invite them here. Just upload a spreadsheet, and we will recognize emails and try to invite them to download the application.
All right. This question, will there be an option to block other events from displaying on the app/web?
That's what we, how to describe that? That's why we invented the magic link. So when you use the magic link, attendees, for him, it's almost impossible to see other events because they will be taken directly to your event inside the application. But other approach currently is something we will be probably thinking, but currently it's not possible. Because for us, when attendee is attending two different events, we don't want to be blocking them to access other events. That's basically how currently Eventee works. But we will try to ease the UI interface that, for example, only those two events will be visible. We need to figure this out.
Cool. Are these upcoming features going to be available to Sumo Lings with lifetime deals? Yeah.
Yes.
That's for you, Gerald. All right. Can an attendee use 2 or more devices to join an event at the same time?
They can. Probably some of the things could be a little bit, I don't want to say broken, but I'm trying to imagine when you have two phones, for example, and you are using networking from both of them. I'm not sure how this will work, but currently, if you are using the web version for example, live streaming and mobile version for networking, that's totally fine. It will work perfectly.
All right. Is there a limit on the length of the video that can be uploaded per event?
Not sure that I understand the question. Like, if that URL link is from YouTube, Vimeo, and Twitch, it will definitely work. We try to support other services, but not natively. We are using some special framework which will try to recognize them and show them to the attendee, but that's difficult to guarantee. But if I misunderstood the question, I'm sorry, you can maybe
I think it's about like how
repeat it.
long it can be. Does it matter how
How
long
long?
it is?
It's not up to us. That's definitely up to the service you are using. So if you have like 10 hours long stream, it will work with Eventee
An
for
hour long stream. So to that end, is there a time limit for live events?
no.
They want to know if they can run a 24-hour marathon live session.
That should be possible. I cannot imagine why not.
Okay. Can you
grant attendee access for specific tracks only? For example, if we have a marketing track and a developer track, but I offer two different roles.
No, not now. That's also on our roadmap. We call it group management for attendees, and that will be released later.
There was a second question about that. We sell tickets to virtual events. What security measures do you have in place?
I don't know how to answer that. We are in compliance with GDPR. We are following all the laws, and we are following all the laws requested by our and European government. So all the data are within European Union. We all have sign up agreements with the company. Nobody else than our inside developers have access to our data. So we are doing everything we can to secure your data. We are using like some advanced technologies to hash passwords and so on. So we are trying to be as safe as possible. That's probably my answer.
That sounds great. Sumolings, we are getting to the end of the questions for the most part. So if you want to get your questions in, now's your time. What payment gateways can we integrate with Eventee presently?
Let me show you. Currently, those 5 plus the API access plus Zapier, which will be released soonish. So Eventbrite, GoOut, Tito, and Meetingu.
All right. That's all we really have time for today, y'all. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you, Roman, for taking the time to chat with us and answer all of those questions just now. I am so sorry if we weren't able to get to your question today, but Sumolings, as you know, you can go to appsumo.com/Eventee to redeem your codes. And yay, awesome. I am so in. You swooned, Boyd. He loves you. Yeah, once you go there, of course, you can leave your questions there if you have some more. And I, again, apologize if you have did not get your question answered. Everybody else, you can go ahead and redeem your codes starting at $59 for a lifetime deal. And of course, it is backed by AppSumo 60-day guarantee. So you can go ahead and get set up, play around with it, see how it works for you. And then, yeah, let us know. We love to read your comments. We love to read your reviews to hear how it's all going. So please let us know. I love seeing everybody's very excited. Everybody says, thanks, Roman, you rock. They thank you for the tips, and they're in. And
thank you very much.
This has been wonderful. I really appreciate you taking the time. And yeah, Sumolings, let us know how it's working for you. Awesome product. Yay. We love it.
Thank you very much.
Love to see it, everybody. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Bye.